We're here. We're at the very end of our course. It is finals week. So instead of a final exam for 50 points, we have a final course reflection. So let's look at what specifically that is. So when you click on, you're going to see very succinctly that there is one thing to do, and that's to submit your final course reflection via the Dropbox. I also ask that at this time you make sure you complete the end of course survey, the end of course evaluation. You get one for every single course, and I truly appreciate and value all of your feedback. So please make sure you do that as well. But getting back to the assignment, you know at the very beginning of our course, you reviewed the syllabus and there were 5 learning outcomes. So we call them student learning outcomes for that course. And the first of the student learning outcomes is number 1, to evaluate the impact of ethical, psychosocial, cultural, spiritual, economic, technological, political, and legal influences. So there's all kinds of influences on individuals, families, and groups across their lifespan. We went from older adults to children, and for those who experience chronic illness. We've had a learning unit that we developed a nursing plan of care for and with chronically ill individuals based on health-related quality of life assessment data. So you would remember that as the quality of life index that you all completed. We were able to integrate the practice of mindfulness to cope or help us cope with the stressors of nursing. You were able to complete or compare and contrast the concepts of chronicity, chronic illness, and chronic disease, the similarities yet differences of each term. And finally, the 5th student learning outcome for this course was to be able to discuss ethical issues and dilemmas that arise in palliative care and end-of-life care when caring for a chronically ill, and we really focused on the older adult. So those were our learning outcomes, right? So for this assignment, this is both the grading rubric section, and then you will also submit a 2-page paper to this Dropbox. And what it is that it shows, it's a written assignment that confirms to you, to me, to anyone who reads your paper, that you did meet each of our student learning outcomes. So these are the same 5 student learning outcomes. So requirements, right? For your final reflection, describe how did you meet each of these learning outcomes using examples, specific examples from our learning activities. And that could include our discussion boards, our assignments, what videos you may have watched. How did you meet these learning outcomes? Very specific. Should be a 2-page Word document, and you're going to upload it with your name on it, please. So the summary, here's your grading rubric, 20 points. There's 2 sections that are 20 points. They're both kind of very similar, but that the summary of your content, your written content, reflects how you met each of the student learning outcomes. It's clear, it's succinct. Remember, this is a 2-page document. And then for 5 points, make sure this reflection is personal and meaningful. It doesn't have to be a scholarly written paper. It's you're reflecting and sharing how you met these outcomes. Make it personal and meaningful. So the reflection includes specific learning activities that were completed that helped you to meet the learning outcomes. For example, and we call the student learning outcomes SLOs. So you can even abbreviate and say SLOs. Example, in learning unit number 2, we met student learning outcome number 4 by and share the activities that you knew. Maybe it was the discussion board, but share what you did and so how you met that student learning outcome. The formatting says no APA formatting is required, only your name, because it's personal, it's meaningful, and the information is clear and organized. That means minimal spelling and or grammar errors. So that's how you're getting to your 50 points. The best way to do this, and especially to do it in 2 pages, is to write on your page with your name on it, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Then you look at the student learning outcome for each, and then go through your learning unit content tabs, including your course assignments, to review ways in which the learning assignments, specific learning assignments, helped you to meet each of these outcomes. I hope that's clear, and it is in lieu of any type of exam. And I have so appreciated all of your hard work, your communication, and the reflection of your learning this semester. I hope to have you in another course. Take care. And oh, the last thing, this is due the very last day of finals week, which this year is May 14th. I cannot accept any assignments, any reflection assignments after May 14th. And the reason for that is I need to get your final grades on time, and that is the last day of class. Take care.